It's 1920 and we're at the foot of the Pyrenees. Yves Michaud, a young engineer, has decided to devote himself to his passion for beekeeping and making honey. The whole history of French beekeeping was rocked. Never had a beekeeper used such groundbreaking methods. Enriched every day by the secrets of his research, his successful efforts led to the creation in 1959 of the brand Lune de Miel, or honeymoon. Then, under the leadership of Bernard Michaud, the company reached a decisive stage. During 1985 and 1986, the company developed an automated packaging system. Never, though, did they distance themselves from their roots in the honey trade or their capacity to innovate. A whole company loyal to the culture of honey.
For us, an apiary is and must remain a site preserved in all its nature. Sites of this kind is what we look to find a bit everywhere in France for our own hives and obviously for those of our suppliers, the beekeepers from whom we buy honey and who must sign an agreement called Beekeeping on Organic Land.
Vincent Michaud, who has directed the company since 1990, decided to set up the company headquarters in Gand, at the foot of the Pyrenees, where it has been since 1998, set in 35 acres of land and far from any industrial zone. On a site of some 16,000 square meters are gathered together 150 employees in charge of production, jar filling, order preparation, deliveries, as well as general marketing and administration. It's at the center of these modern and purpose-designed buildings that the Michaud family chose to invest in a testing and analysis laboratory. With 13 engineers and technicians, this laboratory is without any doubt one of the most important in Europe.
So here we are in the middle of our company laboratory, which has two essential roles. A quality control role, measuring the purity of the product, and a honey selection role. All over the world there exists an endless variety of different honeys because of the flowers from where the bees gather their pollen. We have specific tests which enable us to characterize these various honeys and to give them a floral and geographical name. The bee lives in the natural environment, as does man, who also works there. And because of his work, he releases into the environment several types of chemicals. These can be antibiotics, pesticides or fungicides, and they can end up in the honey. In the company, for many years, we've had a well-defined and clear policy. We have chosen to test all products which come into the company and all products which leave the company. We can guarantee the non-existence of chemical contaminants in all our honeys.
Honey is a pure and natural product resulting from the work of bees, and certain honeys tend to crystallize more than others. That is precisely why at Lune de Miel we are able to identify all those honeys which do crystallize, and we use them to manufacture what we call smooth honey. Smooth honey is a honey with the consistency of a spreading paste, contrary to the liquid honey which, when on a slice of bread, is likely to ooze through the holes. A smooth honey, when you spread it on a slice of bread, will stay on top and you'll be able to eat it for breakfast without covering the table.
The company has 8 automated jar filling lines, and most of them can exceed 6,000 jars per hour. This jar filling capacity is in theory greater than 50,000 tons, which is the equivalent of a third of all European consumption.
In our filling room at each stage, we have quality controls that must be respected and tests to carry out to ensure that the product that arrives in store conforms exactly to our requirements as regards consumer safety. It's also a product which is entirely pleasurable to eat, which will not be sticky, for example, and which will be clearly labelled.
Over the years, the Michaud family have never stopped developing their product range, paying attention to the packaging as well as its contents. Thanks to their expertise in modern beekeeping techniques, to their unique knowledge of the product, and to the use of marketing methods focused entirely on customer satisfaction, they have created perfect, authentic products with perfectly preserved flavours and tastes. They offer them in easy-to-use, attractive and fun containers. Thus, each day the Michaud family makes honey a pleasure.